All right, I'm gonna just hit record and we're just gonna wing this today. But welcome back to Bones Labs, and today is a long overdue video, and we are just gonna work on whatever I want to work on today. So you guys are at the mercy of me. So hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully I can teach you something, and we can get some work done. So yeah, here we go. All right, got my hands here free. We're gonna get my tools out. POV. That's broke. You know what? It's so nice out. We're gonna do it out here. So I got a nice little work spot here. Alright. I'm gonna work on not this rug, KLX 140 today. Jigsaws in the way. Yeah, hopefully get this thing running and starting up a lot better than it is. Maybe go through the carb here. Maybe get a new spark plug tonight. Probably change my oil in my truck. Hopefully. Hoping this gets really productive today. A little dirty. Yeah, crank's good. So we are going to be, I'm going to try and pull this carb off and clean it. Kind of working on this the last few days, but we're just gonna, so we're gonna have to take this air box off, but it might have to. Yeah. I don't have it, but it's fine. We got these. 8 mils. Check his air filter too while we're at it. This bike doesn't get rode a whole lot, so I'm thinking it's just going to be a quick, easy tune-up. Kid's trying to sell it, so quick, easy tune-up, get it back to him. Bada bing, bada boom. I don't know if I need the camera up more. How would I check that? Oh no, it's working good. Everybody's out riding. It's so nice out today. Oh, come on. What do I gotta do? What do I gotta do? Just pull it a little bit. Oh, duh. There's one more. Ta-da! Oh yeah, that's clean. That doesn't look too bad at all. This is the longest wing nut ever. Alright, so it looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's it. Figure this out as we go. It's a little dirty, so I think it sat all winter and maybe had some mice in it, it looks like. It's always good to go through stuff, you know. New battery. Yeah, it's still attached with those. Unscrew. I wonder if this, I wonder if it takes the like splits the box or if it, I don't know. We'll find out. Hope you guys liked the what is it, the sport bike video we had up a few weeks ago. That was really fun. I want to do more content like that. Oh, this does split it. That's what takes it out. It's kind of weird, the camera being in the way is a learning curve for me also. I feel like there's one, yeah. There's one there. Okay. Oh, can I get to it? Oh, I can't get to it. Okay. So, I have a bolt right about there that I have to get to somehow, but I don't really want to take this pipe off either, so that's kind of bogus. Ow. Looks like I can just loosen it, and I did just hit my head. It's okay, you can laugh, I give you permission. 12. Okay. Oh, man. Bring out the big guns. Nice to get some of this done while the sun's still up. Gives me enough room. Oh, sorry. Why not have a... Oh, it's in my bag. Alright, 1 second. We're back. Got my 8. I think I'm going to have to take the extension off, which I don't love doing, but it's alright. The other way. I also have no idea what this is getting, so if it's got to go up like that, yeah. Come on. There it is. Alright, and then clamps loose. I should be able to just pull this hose off and get to this carburetor. So there's one side. This other side out. Alright, perfect. Yeah, and we'll just go through this carb, make sure it's clean. Make sure there's nothing in the bottom. I did drain it earlier, so it looks pretty decent from the stair up, so that should be okay. I'm just going to do it right here on the bike and make my life easier. Matco. Now, what am I doing? You guys can't see anything. So I'm going to close this. This is the, if you ever have this tool, this little spot here. Oh, it was like that. Oh. If you ever have this little screw right here on the bottom of your carb, if you crack it to the left, if you loosen it, it will actually drain the fuel out of it. So I had it all drained earlier, so that's why. Take a look inside the float bowl. Milwaukee screwdrivers. They're awesome for carburetors. These little like flex tips. They're great. I love them. If you do a lot of carb work, good screwdrivers are worth their weight in gold. Looks pretty good. Like I said, this doesn't get rode a whole lot, so I will just go through this lightly and check it out, and probably throw some new fuel in it, maybe go get a new spark plug for it. But yeah, this is looking really good. Take this main jet out. Maybe. Yeah, we'll take this one out. This is the idle one, so I almost wonder if this one's not clogged. So it kind of wasn't starting the greatest. Didn't have a great battery, got a new battery for it. Just blow through it quick. Sometimes I like to shine a light through it just to see. I can't see through the other side, so I'm thinking that's probably got a clog in it. If I have anything in here. Sometimes you get like a string or something like a pick. But this is looking pretty small, so I like to use old guitar strings. That's an old trick that my old instructor taught me, because they come in different thicknesses and wire. So we actually got this cleared out, so I'm going to stick it back in. I'm not actually going to worry about it too much because I could blow air through it and I could feel the air coming through the passage, so it should be enough to get it to run and idle. I just think it may need a new spark plug and some better fuel because it did sit all winter, so make sure those are tight. I might try and pull this main out. If it won't come out, I won't fight it, but it's always good to check all your jets once you're here. Wonder if I have, yeah, probably not, of course. Well, I like this might work. Ooh! I feel like everybody in America that has a garage has this tool, or like these assortments of tools. So, you know, it's not too difficult, but not ideal, but it works. Okay, so that actually comes out as a whole, so this is your main jet, so this is like your half to full throttle setting. You can look through it, you can see I have a light. So you can see through it, blow through it, and put it back in. Then you got your needle in there. I'll go into deeper detail with that maybe another day on a dirtier carburetor, but this one doesn't seem like it needs it, so I'm just gonna throw this back together, go get some new fuel and a spark plug, I think. Make sure your float actuation is good. That's not sticking. If you're having a carburetor issue, it's pretty common where they just drain fuel, like they're just constantly dumping fuel all the time. It's because your float is stuck down. And what happens basically is this plunger in here, there's a little plunger that's attached to your float, and like obviously this is upside down, but if it sits like that, your carburetor bowl will fill up with fuel, and this will start to float, and that is what plugs the hole where the fuel comes in. And if that is stuck, or if there's a little piece of sand or something in your tank and it gets down into your carburetor, ergo a dirty carburetor, it can't plug that. Sometimes it can't move all the way and it can't move freely, and that's why you get a leaky carb. Pretty common issue, but that looks pretty good, so I'm going to put this back together. Did I go that way or did I go the other way? You can always look at the holes here and there. and line them up. Obviously there's a hole here for a vent, so that is where that goes. This is a 2016 KLX 140L, I believe. Great little bike. Try not to drop these. Working? Yeah, there it is. There it goes. These do not have to be like insanely tight. These screws round really easy, and they're technically a JIS, but if you get good quality screwdrivers, you won't have very many problems with them. If they do in fact round, you can, like, sometimes you get lucky, there's a lot of space around them, you can get a little vice grip and you can turn them, but once you use the vice grip trick, always replace these. You can get them at Ace for like, you can get like 20 for maybe like $1. Like, super easy. And this one's only got 2, so that's easy to deal with. But we are gonna throw this back in and check out, see if what kind of spark we're getting, and then we are going to assess what kind of fuel it needs, get some fuel in it, and then see if we can't get this thing running great. Alright, so we got the carburetor back in, and we got the boots all hooked up, clamps all tight. We are going to, I just looked at the oil, and it's all pretty gold, so I know this kid didn't ride it a whole lot from the last time I looked at this bike, so we aren't going to change that today. We are going to check his spark plug out to determine if, maybe he fouled a plug or not, because it isn't starting super great, but we are going to throw some fuel in it, and probably go wash it for him, and then we'll probably return it later tonight. So we'll get one bike done for sure, and then we'll move on to something else. But yeah, it's been a pretty easy tune-up. Carburetor clean on these are super easy. Anyone can do one. You just gotta, kind of very easy, simple thing to even start on if you've never done one. But we're gonna throw these bolts back in, and then yeah, load it up and go wash it. And I don't know if you'll be able to get it on camera, but I will crank the motor over and I will see if I'm getting spark. Yeah, it's getting spark. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, so that's a good spark plug, I think. So I'm gonna actually put that back in. You can do stuff to clean these up. I know a lot of two-stroke guys know, because you guys run oil-gas mix, but oil-gas mix will foul plugs, and you can get foul plugs too from four-strokes, because if they run too rich or have too much fuel, this just gets gummed up. And basically, like, how you keep that from happening is just, keeping your bike at variable speed, clearing it out when you can, but not like, bouncing it off the limiter the whole time. But, and obviously having your carburetor set up right. So that's a big deal. Things like elevation and where you ride or how you ride or what you ride in determine a lot of that. So educate yourselves, and yeah, try stuff. If your bike's not running super great or whatever, if you're looking at, like, if you live in Denver, you might need to see higher elevation, less air. You might be running rich because you have too much fuel, so you might have to back down your carburetor a little bit. I live in Nebraska, so pretty much flat, almost sea level for the most part, maybe 1,000 feet above. Not too bad here to tune carburetors, but yeah, something you want to keep in mind, especially if you go other places. Air quality, stuff like that, make a big difference. These don't have to be crazy tight because this is an aluminum head, so you got to be kind of careful. So I'm just going to go kind of hand tight, put the cap back on. We're going to load this bike up and go get fuel, and then we're going to go wash it and hopefully give it back tonight. So, cool. Alright, so I got lazy. I'm just going to wash it in the truck, and then I'll wash my truck tomorrow. Alright, so we are going to actually take this for a rip just to make sure that the bike is running good. We just washed it at the car wash, and we're going to see how she runs. Starts right up, so shouldn't be too bad. Super quiet, timid bike. Tires are flat, but I can maybe pump them up before we give it back. Dirt bike, dirt road. Neighborhood cruiser. And she runs great. Where's neutral at? Oh, I killed it. Oh well. Yeah, good bike. I like it. Another one in the books.